All right, so for today's video, we are working on building up the ability to flag in our handstand. This is an area that most adults that don't kind of come from a background of being super mobile will find pretty tough at first. So we're kind of moving through the levels. This first stretch is just kind of a dynamic seated one. You can add some more static holds to it. Just getting the ability to kind of stretch across the side and through the rib cage a little bit. I really like turning this one around and facing the wall as I am here. Nice ass shot. I just find this way, if you really cue pushing the bottom armpit towards the wall slightly, you kind of get a better stretch across the entire side, including the lat. This is quite important in learning how to flag, and you should see the shoulders stack quite vertically when you're doing this, and you can see that nice open, even curve. You kind of need to build up that passive flexibility first to be able to try and use it in your handstand. With your handstand, apologies for the crooked video, you do need to be able to be quite comfortable going from straddle to straight for reps. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. Your shoulders shouldn't be reacting and you shouldn't be struggling to balance. Next level of increasing the load after building out some passive range is standing side flexion. Yeah, not much to say here really. Just a great drill. I really try and pull the bottom shoulder in and push the top shoulder over. That's something you'll need to learn to do when you're in the handstand a little bit as well. For beginning to flag, I would set a high target. You can either do top leg bent or straight. I prefer straight, but yeah, bent is quite doable. You can either put one box down and do all your reps to one side, then switch, or you can have two boxes and keep going side to side. Doesn't really matter, whatever works for you. Generally sets of 5 to 10 for this kind of height and building up the capacity to do reps without falling. We can then increase the load in our seated stretch and spend a bit more time there. I'm just using a cricket bat here because it's a kind of decent amount of weight, and I didn't have any dumbbells handy. Anything will do. Just building up more strength in this sort of range. You can do it as I did with the wall before. You'll have to obviously keep just off the wall, or you can move to standing. Same as I was saying earlier on, pulling, you can just see there I made the change with the bottom arm. So push with the top arm, pull the bottom arm in. That should increase the contraction in the bottom side and increase the stretch in the top side. This is, a really good one for opening up those sides to be able to flag. Then would move, once we're comfortable with the box, would move to freestanding flags. I think top leg bent at first is probably better. You're less likely to fall and you're more likely to be able to get some reps in and build some proper strength. You can see that to my left shoulder doesn't really like flagging that much compared to my right. And then once you're comfortable with that, then we would start doing this variation where we keep the top leg straight once we're capable of doing reps. The goal is to touch the floor, but depending on what your middle splits is like, this may take quite some time. You may have even better lateral flexion than I have, but not have the middle splits. And you may find touching the floor hard just for that reason. So look more at what's happening through the side of your body rather than where you are with touching the floor. I would move to start doing piano holds or the piano reps in flags, first with the bent top leg, and then we would look at starting to do straight top leg, spend some time there in that piano position. And obviously you can move your way through 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger, just the same as all your one arm development. Adding the piano just makes sure that you're loading that shoulder correctly. This variation is great for building extra strength in the side pressing sort of action. You'll see my left side's terrible at it. I'll do my best. We want to keep the arm nice and straight and really